Well, got to get a little yard cleanup done today. I didn't plan on smoking anything, but then, walking past the smoker, I just got tempted. So we're gonna roll some ribs today, and I had someone ask if I could walk them through kind of doing this from like a beginner standpoint on the pellet smoker. So I'm gonna do one rack on the pellet smoker and one rack on the offset. Both cooked the exact same way, and we'll see how they turn out. So follow along. This will be kind of an instructional video, and I think most people have seen videos of the membrane removal. But here we go. It's a bit of a fight. I mean, some people on the videos make it look really all in one fell swoop. This one did better. If you go to Costco, their baby back ribs, these are already done for you. And obviously the price of ribs at Costco is a lot better. I was just at the store this morning, and these were there, so I grabbed them. That's what we're rolling with today. If there's anything anyone would like me to do specifically, leave me some comments and I'll do it. For the most part, like I've said before in my videos, is smoking meat, running the offset, it's like extremely therapeutic for me. A bit of a stressor. Then as I get stressed, I get anxiety. That anxiety turns into some depression sometimes. So I have just found hanging out in here and like focusing on whatever it is I'm cooking kind of makes all the different things spinning around in my head go away. Because I have to focus on one thing. So I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, back to this. Really simple. So honey hog is what I've come to really love on my ribs. My family likes the sweet stuff, but really you just find what you like and use it. I've messed around with creating my own rubs, but there's so many rubs out there. Just find what you like and use it. That's kind of my philosophy, and I've tended to migrate towards the meat church stuff. So this is a new one I got, Texas Sugar. So we're gonna try it out. I don't do binders. I found that the seasoning sticks just fine. So use whatever you like. I have some friends who really like salt and pepper. So I just, in those cases, I'll use my brisket rub. So basically salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of onion powder. And I'll do the same thing, cook them the same way. So just find the seasoning you like and go with it. These are baby backs. So this cook is going to involve a wrap because, however, there's some good fat in here, but I've just found baby backs dry out real easy. So doing a wrap in foil on these just really help them to stay moist. So this is about it. If I'm doing St. Louis style or spare ribs, kind of the same thing, just a different cut, I won't wrap because there's plenty of fat in those to get through the cook and not dry out so much. But these baby backs are more lean. So I'll come back to you when the smokers are rolling. About half a hopper full. I've got some more pellets if I need to refill, but I'm not too worried. We're gonna roll at 250 today. Doug. Okay, ready to put these on. Oklahoma Joe says 275, which, you know, it's about 250 at the grate level. Camp Chef's 251. Nice and steady. Nothing special. Yeah, that's a little messy from last time. Turns out I didn't have extra pellets. Smokehouse. Trying something new today. So this particular smoker doesn't have a door. Just has these little dampers. And just have a lot of swings in temperature. And I was reading Franklin barbecue book, and he leaves his doors wide open and his damper wide open, and that's how he manages his fires. Just know what size of split you need to put in and when to keep your temperature where you want it. So this is something new I'm trying. So far so good, actually. Yeah, so far so good. I do have a little smoke that comes out this end, so I'm not sure about that. We'll see. So we got close on the pellets. If you're curious what kind of pellets I use, I have found that I cannot taste the difference in pellets. So I just get what I have access to. So, should be good on those for a while. What's up, Doug? Doug's favorite game is fetch, but he doesn't like to give you the ball. Yeah, that's it. Doug's a little special. Yeah, so did the yard today, sprayed all the weeds, burned all the boxes. Trying to get my act together. Okay, so I'm going to check the ribs. And I don't even know how long they've been on for. I haven't even checked the time. So a real standard practice for beginners and for pellet smoker beginners is the 3-2-1 method. So you smoke for 3 hours, you wrap it for 2 hours, and then you unwrap it and let it go for 1 more hour. That's a long time. And they recommend 225. That's how I started. But again, I've kind of gotten to the point where I like to cook a little hotter at 250. You can lessen the amount of time your cook takes, and I just go by look. So there's our offset ribs. It's the first time I've looked at them, and they look great. This is tallow for my last cook. It's kind of gross, I know, but these look great. So what I've noticed on the offset is they get a little darker and a little more red. And we're starting to pull off the bone a little bit there. And that's kind of what I'm looking for when I'm deciding to wrap. I want to go a little more before I wrap. Okay, this guy, same amount of time. And you can just see the difference. So we're getting some retraction on the bone here. This is the hot spot of the smoker. The burn box is right down there. But we're doing fine. It looks fine. Looks great. Offset imparts more wood flavor into your cook, and you can see the difference. They've both been on the same time, same temperature. So that's the update. Alright, if you've watched my other videos, you see me break down the logs into coals. Sorry, I got some allergies, so clearing my throat. But just with this new method of not using that kind of this ash bin with this damper, because everything sits lower now, and I found that it just works a lot better. So it may seem like I have things figured out, but I don't. I'm still learning stuff. Right. I feel like this way I can kind of control this fire a little better. So what I've also learned is if you put the gap between your logs, if you tighten that up, it keeps the flames kind of small. Right, if I make that bigger, the flames get bigger. And so these little flames are what you want so that these logs last longer and you don't spike your temperature. So today I've noticed that 2 logs, 2 splits like this is keeping me in that 250 to 275 range. But other days may be different. Just might be colder out, might be hotter out. So, you know, like your cook is always kind of an experiment. That's what I enjoy about it. And yeah, that's how we're rolling. Alright, I'm gonna wrap these. It's about the darkness I like. Pretty good flop, as you can see. We've got some good retraction on the bones. So, very standard like sweet barbecue rib recipe here. Brown sugar, honey, and whatever barbecue sauce you like. We like Sweet Baby Ray's. Like I said before, my family likes the sweet ribs over the savory. So that's how we're rolling. There's no right way here. Some people might say you got to do this a certain way. I think what I found with barbecue, there's no right way. There's just the way you like it. Okay. Another thing to consider is once you've put brown sugar on these ribs, that sugar will burn. So I'm gonna let the temperature come down to like 225, 230, because it'll burn kind of caca on your ribs. Same thing here. So this is the hot end of my pellet smoker. Same thing over there. The left-hand side is the hot end. I'm just gonna take it away from the heat, and I'm gonna bring it down 225. Oh, this is time on our cook. 3.5 hours. No, almost 4 hours. So I've let these go for 4 hours. I think after, I don't know, 30-40 minutes in the wrap, they'll probably be done. What I usually do, and I'll show you, I'll do a little tug test on the bones. It feels like they're going to pull apart, I call them done. You can also probe them. 200 degrees is like your magic temperature for all things barbecue. Except chicken and poultry. 160 is where you want to be. Otherwise it'll be dry. Pellet. Whoa. Alright, these are our pellet. These are our offset. And they look the same. So we're going to run through a taste test and let you all know. So again, just to recap, these were cooked on the pellet, these were cooked on the offset, same recipe, same kind of rib. We wrapped them once we liked where the bark was. And then pulled them. If these were spare ribs, I wouldn't wrap them at all because there's plenty of fat in there, so they don't dry out. But the reason I wrap is to keep them moist. Cool. So the consensus is that they're both awesome. Difference being our offsets are way more smoky. But there's really no wrong way. Pellet smoker did an awesome job. Just, it's more of like a set it, forget it. Again, set it at 250. Cook it till you like the bark. Wrap it. We use brown sugar, honey, and barbecue sauce. We wrapped it in foil meat side down. Let it go for 45 minutes to an hour. Then we pulled it out of the foil, let it tack up, maybe pour some of those drippings on it. And then when the bones feel like they're going to pull apart, they're good to go. So in this case, I can just pull the bone right out. Alright. The pellet ones went a little longer because we were at a birthday party. But as you can see, this is the offset one. Meat comes right off the bone. So yeah, that's the process, both ways. Hope you enjoy it. Alright, great cook. That's how easy it is.